other mobile quarterbacks that you've seen as a runner, and how's he grown as a passer?
Yeah, I mean, just extremely efficient. I mean, there's so much to, I say, like from a quarterback evaluation standpoint. Obviously, from a defense perspective, a lot of frustrations when you watch him. I mean, just very smooth, and very efficient, meaning he's going to take what's there when he needs to. I think that would probably be the biggest growth. Again, I'm not some chief quarterback evaluator, they have theirs, but taking what's there, and then having the ability to extend plays with his feet, and then getting explosive plays with his feet as well. And so what's different than the other guys? I mean, I think you got an experienced guy that's very confident in what he does, and so very hard to shake him. And again, I think that comes from experience. And the frustrating part of quarterback like elite quarterbacks that can move is it's not about having a good call. It's not about having early in the down guys defended. The play just starts the minute he makes any movement that would be described as an unnatural movement of the quarterback. So long plays, and there's a lot of levels to the thing, and we got to make sure that we're able to defend both. And you're not going to win them all. It's kind of like I guess a matchup in baseball. You're going to win some, and you got to limit the damage right when it makes contact.
Is the balance that they present offensively one of the things that you really have to be aware about when you're facing that team?
Yeah, I mean, so often what you want to do is you're going to put good guys in a very specific category. Okay, they're a run-first operation, and if you stop that, then you start coming up with reasons why you're going to have success, and just the ability to get the ball downfield using the backs and spread the wealth in the pass game as well. And then, like we said, just the get out jail free card in terms of he can make a bad play go really, really good. And so, no, it's all hands on deck, and that's one of the messages. I mean, and it's not a new message, but we got to make sure we understand there is no extras. You're not the extra guy that gets to go hang on the hash mark and defend a phone booth. You got to make sure that if you're not on a body in coverage, then you got to go attack the quarterback. And obviously, from a run fit standpoint, we got to win and not just be in your gap, but disrupt blocks and find ways to eliminate some plays that they even allow them to get started. It's kind of how we describe it. If they get every play started, it's very tough to play defense.
The run defense has seemed to take a step forward over these last 2 weeks. What have you seen that's encouraged you, and how difficult of a matchup does Charbonnet present?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just disciplined football. I mean, there's not a good defense that doesn't involve that word. And so, guys being in the gap, but the added piece is, I keep going back to, it's not extra credit to be the one that makes the tackle. And you have to win a one-on-one matchup. If 11 guys say I did my job because I'm in the location I think I'm supposed to be, a tackle still has to take place. And so, getting guys on the ground, and that's obviously a big part of it. And no, you're talking about probably the best tailback certainly that I think we faced this year, and the ability to run through tackles, run hard, has a patience to him that really frustrates you defensively, because you might feel like he's kind of got bottled up, and he's just getting started. So and a really good offensive line and an elite offensive play caller. So you kind of check a lot of boxes that way, which is why they're able to do what they do and the success that they've had. Obviously not just this year, but specifically this year.
Is it tough to maintain a disciplined defense against them when Chip's doing so much stuff formationally, shifts, and kind of messing with the rules of the defense?
100%. And what you got to do is you got to say that our rules are our rules, and you got to rule it out. If you send a guy in motion and you get mind explosion, then you're looking for a particular play. You're not trusting your rules. And also along those lines, you got to make sure you're trusting the guys next to you. There's no alternative. I mean, that's part of the message with these guys, is some of those things you say, well, coach, is that going to be enough? Well, if 11 guys do it, it's the best shot we got. And then anything else beyond that, we got to fix with strain and play with great effort. They don't make all the right calls, and neither do we. And so who's going to play hard? Who's going to obviously in their case block, for us to get off blocks, and playing hard and get a 5-yard gain. Let's make it a 5-yard gain. These get the Irish to the sideline, get the call, get it communicated, and go let it rip on the next play. That 5-yard gain can't turn into a 20-yard gain, and you can do the math on top of that.
What's your messaging been to the defense surrounding the fact that it is rivalry?
Yeah, just obviously respect for the program. I mean, it's a big game because they're a good football team. It's a big game. Obviously, it's a crosstown rivalry. I mean, I think you have to have a respect level, certainly for that. I think along those same lines, you got to make sure that winning football is winning football, regardless of what the logos on our helmet are or what theirs is. And it can go a number of different directions. Some guys they got to know themselves. They got to get themselves up. Some guys got to make sure that they stay even keel and calm down, and that's every week. But obviously, the emotion gets a little bit higher in some of these things. And so, no, number one, know yourself and be a pro at being you. What it takes to prepare and play at a high level. And in the end, football's football. Football game's going to break out in the Rose Bowl on Saturday, and we just got to go play it.
What do you remember about Chip from your New Hampshire days?
I remember a lot. I got a lot of respect for Chip. I call him a friend, and I've been a fan I can't be a fan anymore. It's the way he goes, but I have been, for a long, long time, and he's elite at what he does, and once again has been for a long, long time. And I got nothing but positive things to say about him. He was the offensive coordinator when I was there. Sean McDonough was the head coach. A lot of people think Chip was the head coach, and so I want to make it very well known that Sean McDonough was. We were assistants together, but no, he's elite at what he does and be a major, major challenge this weekend.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.